Hello,
Lisa. Hi.
It's Stacie. I am quickly just sending a little note to Mr. Nick Watts because we were hoping he was going to get to join us. Maybe he's listening on the radio and he can do a pop in.
I don't know. Maybe he'll drop by.
Yeah. If not, that's okay because we have Cherie, and I already forgot your last name.
My name is Cherie Sykes Plaisted, and I am responsible for marketing communication at the Tillamook, Adventist Health Tillamook.
Yeah. There we go. A little closer.
There we go.
Well, I'm really excited to get to talk with you. This is a new role for you.
Yes.
But you've been at the hospital for a long time doing other things, it sounds like.
Right.
So.
I was a volunteer. I started as a volunteer at the hospital and then quickly moved into some other roles, and this is one of them.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited to have you here. And it sounds like, true to form, the hospital, Tillamook Regional Medical Center, is just up and doing all kinds of fun things. So
absolutely.
Let's start with some updates.
Well, one of the coolest things we have going on is that we are changing our hours on Saturday. And this is something that's new for us. We haven't done that before. If you've been a member of the community here, the Adventist religion typically practices the Sabbath rests. And what we believe is that it's important for us to be a part of this community, and we feel that we are called to live out our mission on Saturdays as well. So we'll be extending our hours starting June 1st for urgent care.
Wow.
So urgent care will now be open starting June 1st on Saturdays from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. And then you already may know that on Sundays and holidays we're open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in our urgent care.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, so Saturdays and Sundays will be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in our urgent care facility at the plaza.
Okay. Well, that's really huge for people so that they can... Now, will the regular providers be working there, or...
The urgent care providers will be there. We will still have ER will always be open.
Sure.
And so ER is really for those life-threatening emergencies where you feel a need, you're in pain, you feel a need to call 911. But if you have a sprain, or if you have a sprain, or you poison ivy or something like that, where you don't feel like you need to go to an emergency room and you want to go to just be seen, well, we have the urgent care starting July 1st, opening at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, and that's really great for people just because it keeps the ER open too, so that for those critical cases and all those kinds of things.
That's right. It is important for us to have that staff to be free to really handle the life-threatening emergencies.
Wow, that's great, and so lots of things to celebrate.
Yes.
And speaking of celebrating, hi Nick Watts.
Hey,
how are you?
This is the radio room. It's impressive.
Is this your first time?
Yeah.
It's fun.
I'm a little freaked out. I bet you could probably shock somebody with some of this stuff.
Oh, well, that's a different kind of show. Nick is their community paramedic, so I'm excited to talk with you. But we were just talking with Cherie about the plaza opening up for on Saturdays now, which is huge.
So cool.
And then there's some other things to celebrate as well.
Absolutely. We just finished up Hospital Week and Nurses Week, and so we have an honoree that we recognize every year for the Daisy Award. The Daisy Award was created by a family who lost one of their loved ones from an autoimmune system disease, and the family created this wonderful foundation to recognize nurses who just give their lives to caring and loving on people. So our honoree this year is Megan Davis, one of our RNs, and so we're very excited about that.
Yeah, so it's a really big deal for them. And it sounds like people at the hospital voted for her. Something?
We make a big deal of it.
Yeah.
The entire week is about celebrating. We start the week with pancake breakfast, and then we move to
cute.
teas. And if you've been on our Facebook page, you'll see that I've posted a bunch of pictures from our tea. We had a photo booth for our tea, which was really fun and exciting. So,
fun.
And so every week, every day of Hospital Week, Nurses Week, we celebrate our everyone at the hospital, and especially our nurses.
Yeah. Can we read the little list of the nominees just to give honor to everyone that was voted for, and then congratulations to Megan Davis.
Yeah.
I saw the little list here. So
Yes, absolutely. So and that the day that we awarded it, which was last Thursday, it was Megan's birthday too.
Oh,
So
boom,
cool.
boom. Everything,
It was
the stars
everything,
align, right?
the stars align for her. But also we want to congratulate other people who were nominated this year. Heather Thompson, Ashley Goodell, Carla Gitchell, Christine Chilan. Am I saying the names correctly? I hope so. Please forgive me. Dana Wheeler, Josh Moore, Lauren Walker, Marian Johnson, Robin Becker, and Scott Fineout were
That's
all
amazing.
nominated this year.
Yeah.
So it's really exciting.
And then this up and coming week, we've got some more to celebrate.
Absolutely. So I have a few notes here. I'm going to actually send it over to Nick and let him talk a little bit more, because this week is National Police Week and next week is National EMS Week. So Nick, I'm going to let you talk about the Distinguished Award that we received for our team, and as well as EMS Week.
No pressure.
Yeah,
But no pressure
at
since
all.
it's your first time. Everybody's
It is.
listening.
And I actually just got out of the ER. I had a little atrial fibrillation, so they had
Oh,
to-
Lord.
For yourself?
Yeah.
What?
I'm not only an employee, I use it too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If only there were a community paramedic around.
You
Wait,
Yeah.
you are the
Yeah.
community
You could
paramedic.
have. He actually does have his band on from the hospital. So
Well, now I feel bad because I sent you. So listeners, I sent Nick a text and I was like, "Come to KTIF." So
And I actually
I
turned on the
probably
radio
would have
and I got
understood
in
the
my brain,
hard no.
And I heard you guys talking, and I heard you say, "Well, I'm trying to get a hold of Nick." So I ran down here.
you could have
especially.
always
That is
sent me
really-
a text or something.
Oh, it's all right. I wanted, it's important that, people understand what the ambulance service is all about, the community paramedic program.
And this is a really good example of, self-care too. Because sometimes it's really hard to admit, wow, I got a problem and I need to get checked out.
And I was getting in trouble because it started last night. And,
Yeah.
I waited until this morning. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
But tell us about Police Week.
Oh, Police Week. I don't know much about Police Week
Well,
because I'm a paramedic.
tell us about
let's,
the honors.
Well, I'll
talk
say it.
about
We
the-
have some great police officers that do great
do,
work in
and,
our.
and the cops work so close with us.
Yeah, be sure and thank them if you think of it, if you see someone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They deserve it in this time and
Yeah.
age. They're always getting beat up, and they do so much good that people don't see.
Yeah,
It's true.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And Eric Swanson on our staff is also
He's an officer.
Is an
He's
officer.
a deputy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have friends who are police, and they all work diligently and hard
It's
to do
true.
the right thing all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes situations are difficult. And,
Absolutely.
And they got to make decisions really fast.
Yeah.
And not always is it the right decision. But, accountants make mistakes too. Right? It's just officers, they're kind of a target these days.
Yeah.
And you really got to shout out to them because they really try to do
I
their
totally
best.
agree. I
Yeah,
really agree.
yeah.
And I think they do a lot of great work with all their fundraising at the holidays with the kids. And
Oh, my
there's just a
goodness.
lot.
Nick
but
Troxel rocks that.
yeah.
And,
yeah, I
and
was thinking of Nick.
they show up on most of our calls on the ambulance and
Wow.
help us out. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
And that's what's really cool.
It
It's so
is.
different than you go out to the big cities and cops don't want anything to do with EMS.
Right.
But here we team up and they help us lift patients and they do all that
It's a beautiful
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, thank you
It
to
is.
all of our law
Yeah.
enforcement.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a couple guys on our department that just got the Distinguished Conduct Award
Wow.
at the Oregon Fire Chiefs Association. And that award is, I'm just reading this here. The
Distinguished.
Oregon Fire Chiefs
Not just any
Association
conduct
give the
award.
staff who have acted with professionalism and efficiency when faced with danger or adversity.
Wow.
And they carried out their duties properly in spite of this danger and difficulty. And that's Corey and Nathan. They rock. They're great medics. And I got to tell you, every one of the medics, I would trust my mother too.
Wow.
We train every month. We have a topic we train on.
Nathan Peters and Corey Nagel. Is that right?
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they rock. They're really good.
This is a really big deal.
Yeah.
And we will they will have a ceremony next week, and also Kathy Saxon and Charles Saxon will be attending in person as well at the event while they receive this award. They were in the line of duty working to help someone, save someone's life when and they were given this award. So this
wow.
Yeah, and not in perfect conditions either. You got to remember that a lot of times paramedics, we don't work in optimum conditions.
You're sure.
We're laying on the ground with our patients. We're starting IVs while they're still in the car.
Yeah.
You know, we have to do a lot of very aggressive things sometimes.
It's traumatic.
But, you know, one good thing about our EMS system is we're in the hospital. We're hospital-based. And I believe we're the only hospital-based EMS system in Oregon.
Oh, wow.
But that allows us a lot of latitude. And, you know, if we bring in a patient who's critical, a lot of times the same crew that brought the patient in is going to be the crew that's going to take them over the hill to Portland. And
so there's a little bit of continuity in care.
Of care.
Yeah.
Right. And that works well because the patient recognizes. And they were on scene. So they know a lot. They know all the history.
Oh, yeah.
And so having that continuity of care and being able to shoot them over the hill when it's a critical, you know, like a stroke or cardiac.
Gives you a little bit of like chest pressure thinking about it.
It does a little bit.
Stress, you know,
I mean,
that's
it doesn't
crazy.
happen all the time, but
you know.
9 times out of 10 on critical cases, they want to get them to definitive care quickly. And if the helicopters can't fly, which is about 70% of the time.
Yeah, that's a different,
Oregon, you know, so that's a really good point to make.
Wow. Well, congratulations to Nathan and Corey.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's huge.
That's awesome. It's nice to get recognized.
Yeah, we're going to take just a quick little break here. Where do you go to find almost anything you need for home improvement? I'll tell you where. Rosenberg's. Rosenberg's has been your local connection for anything you need to build and finish your house to perfection. Carpet cabinets, paint, electrical, plumbing, nuts and bolts, fencing, windows, doors, and so much more. All those items in one place, but that's only part of the story. What really makes Rosenberg's your stop for home improvement is their people. Their knowledgeable, friendly staff is there to help you through any project. Any question from what paint you should use to how to install a new shower valve, you can get the help and you need and do it right the first time. Stop by Rosenberg's today to rediscover what you've known all along. It's better to shop local and work with great people that you can see every day. Build it, plumb it, wire it, paint it. Rosenberg Builder Supply. There we go. If you're just tuning in, you know, well, that's a whole different story. I usually mess that up, but the build it, wire it, plumb it, like it goes through my head every time I drive by there. It's funny. But if you're just tuning in, Nick Watts, our community paramedic, is faithfully here, even though it sounds like you've had a rough, rocky morning. And Cherie, who is our new marketing person at the hospital. I say our, like I'm part of the team.
Absolutely.
We are. We're a small town. It's awesome.
And so we were just talking and giving congratulations to Nathan Peters and Corey Nagel for the Distinguished Conduct Award, and also Megan Davis for the Daisy Award, being an RN. So that's we have really good people working.
We have phenomenal people working at the hospital. I mean,
I love it.
I know how some people think that, you know what kind of care do you get here in Tillamook? We're different. We're a different place than what you thought or what it used to be. It's really a phenomenal hospital, and they're living the mission every time. I mean, every patient.
Yeah. And there's a big sign. I went up there the other morning to see somebody, and there's a big sign out, like in the top 100 best rural hospitals in the country.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So
critical access.
Critical access.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Still, that's cool. Amazing. Yeah.
We're lucky to have a hospital here in this area, and one that is recognized for its care, and every interaction matters at the hospital. So at any point when somebody doesn't have a good interaction, it's serious to us. That's serious business. And we want to understand more about what's going on so we can fix it.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
So what else has been happening?
Well, can I brag a little bit about our community paramedic program?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
The Office of Rural Health Innovations Award is something we won, and only 5 have been given.
So tell us what a community paramedic does.
I follow up with patients. I'm referred to patients through the clinic or the hospital, fire department, police department. I do home safety checks. help them manage their medications and become familiar with their medications.
Sure.
And I engage them in their own health.
Yeah.
I try.
So a lot of times if somebody's out at the hospital and they discharge, but we know that's their choice, but they're really at risk of a medical issue, you go to their homes,
Within
right?
a couple of days, I'll show up at their home if they allow it.
Sure.
I always have a choice. And I just help them out. I'm connected with a lot of community
we work
resources.
together.
Yeah. I've gotten a little dog for an elderly lady that wouldn't take her pills because her other dog died.
Oh.
And so she got a new dog, and then she started taking her pills again. Thinking outside the box. I've painted doors, mowed lawns.
Painted houses?
No. Well, yeah, we did one.
I know you
but
did.
That was more of a
That's a hospital.
That was a hospital thing.
Taking care of somebody. Yeah. You guys, you're doing lots of good work.
Yeah.
And
it's
so
a lot of fun.
if you're just tuning in and talking, just another example is like my job at Northwest Senior and Disability Services. I'll go into people's homes, and I was at a home of a gentleman that was caring for his wife, and they didn't want to go to the hospital. They didn't want to go to the doctor. I was able to call you. You came over. And then you could take vitals and make decisions and help educate them about things. And so it's a big deal.
So I can do, cardiac monitors. I can start frontline medications if there is an issue.
Right.
I can get things going until the ambulance gets there and transports.
And
I can talk directly to your doctor.
Yeah.
From your home.
Yeah.
If I have concerns or questions, because, a lot of the people I go see are sick. And as a paramedic, you're taught sick, not sick.
Sure.
As a community paramedic, you think sicker,
Yeah.
And so you really got to kind of be in tune with your patients. So I befriend my patients. And once I'm your paramedic, I'll be your paramedic for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
They can always call me.
And you're such an amazing advocate. You've helped people get grab bars and safety equipment, and you help manage the giving closet over there at the church.
Tillamook Christian Center has all the medical equipment. And I go pilfer through there when I need a walker or a raised toilet seat or something like that. And the church donates it to the patient. That way they don't have to spend money on it.
Sure. A lot of our vulnerable people here don't have a lot of extra money for things, so it's a good option for them.
Walker, even though we think they need one, Medicaid or Medicare is saying, no, you don't quite meet the criteria, so I'll go get them one.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It really
that's what
is.
I love about our community. We really if there's something that's a need,
we'll find
people figure it out. So you were saying that there was some acknowledgement of the community program.
Yeah, Office of Rural Health gave us our Innovations Award, or their Innovations Award.
Wow.
Which I just now read.
It's like the Grammys around, Oscars
I didn't
around
even
here.
know that. I'm the community paramedic, and this is the first I've heard of it. But
wow.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
So the job is so fulfilling. Being able to follow through with patients.
Yeah.
And again, that's continuity of care. No
Sure.
longer when you go outside the doors of the hospital are you just on your own.
Well, and it's probably neat as a paramedic, instead of seeing somebody one time and then never seeing them again, you can develop that relationship.
Well, and you learn about their personality and what makes them tick, and you kind of get inside their head, and you get personal with them. You share your stories, they share theirs, so you're friendly, and then they want to help themselves. They want to do the things that are right so they can keep on going.
Well, I'm in a lot of meetings when we're staffing cases, and we should just talk to Nick. We should have Nick go out there. It's really great. And so the other piece of it is it minimizes rehospitalizations.
Right. Readmissions are down. Our high utilizer groups, people who call the ambulance all the time or use the emergency room as their primary care.
Sure.
I'm able to kind of intervene and get them to the right level of care. Emergency rooms, really for emergencies.
Yeah.
We have urgent care, and we have the clinic, and I can talk to the doctors. I can make them appointments. I can even give them a ride occasionally.
Yeah.
Get them to the right care, and I think that really helps free up the system. So when those big emergencies come, we have ambulances available.
And opening up on Saturdays at the plaza is just one more way that people will have access to the right level of care, too.
That's huge, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is huge. I have a lot of patients who, they need to see a doc on a Saturday. And that will free me up a little bit.
Yeah.
I won't get those Saturday calls.
We also have lots of, besides the work that you do, we also have the volunteer services organization is really phenomenal
awesome.
in making sure people have what they need, whether it's food that they need or if they need it. Faith in Action has just been amazing at getting people out of their homes and to a place where they can do a few activities and yeah, absolutely, and have a wonderful meal with people that they know and love from the community. People have really enjoyed that. We have lots of volunteers for that. We're actually looking for volunteers. We need adult and teen volunteers. So if anyone's interested, just contact. There's Molly Redding at the hospital. You can contact Molly. Molly's email address is Redding, REDING, MK at ah.org, or it's on our website under missions. There's a link there to sign up to be a volunteer. So we need teen and adult volunteers.
And I volunteered when I was out with an injury. I volunteered for a few months at outpatient services, and I loved it.
Yeah.
You get to meet people, you get to hang out.
It's awesome.
It's not stressful. It's just, you just...
And I volunteered too. I started as my husband and I retired here from Seattle, and we decided that we just love this area. But I still wanted.
So you
some more
retired?
things to do.
Wait, aren't you working?
I am. My husband's having a great time being retired with our Newfoundland pups. We have two very large Newfoundland dogs.
Wow.
One's brown and one's black and white Landseer. They're only 2 years old, but he's busy with
tiny
them.
Little things.
The other tiny things, 110 pounds. But he spends a lot of time doing that. But I felt like I needed to do more in the community. I wanted to get back into the community and give
And there's
back.
such amazing programs and collaborations going here with the agencies and the
phenomenal.
Hospitals.
It's
got a great
age,
reputation.
It really is,
And so
awesome.
it's been great to volunteer. And so now I'm working full time. So
I love it. Well, we're glad you're here. I'm going to take one more little break. Sleep is far more crucial to health than you may realize. 25% of Americans report not getting enough sleep at night, and 10% say they suffer from insomnia. A lack of high-quality sleep can cause grogginess and fatigue throughout the day, but it can also lead to serious chronic conditions, including heart disease, stroke, obesity, and diabetes. Some tips for preventing sleep apnea and other sleeping disorders include quitting smoking, avoiding alcohol, caffeine, and heavy meals 2 to 3 hours before bed, developing a regular sleep schedule, and keeping the room dark, quiet, and cold. Sleep experts also recommend powering down cell phones, tablets, and the TV in advance of bedtime. And Tillamook Regional Medical Center's Sleep Lab is designed with you in mind. To find out more, talk to the experts at Tillamook Regional Medical Center. They're committed to the health and wellness of our community. As we've been talking about, I just love it.
Absolutely. So I need to change that.
I will give that to you.
Make sure that I get that. So we have a name change, and we are now Adventist Health Tillamook. And
Adventist Health Tillamook.
A little bit harder to say, but that's our new name.
Well, Tillamook Regional Medical Center didn't roll off the tongue at first either, right? We'll be fine.
Change is good.
A change is good.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. But that's good to know.
In addition to sleep, as we segue, there's a monthly CHIP event coming up on Monday, the third Monday of every month. We have the monthly CHIP program. If you're not familiar with CHIP, CHIP's all about changing your habits and your lifestyles to improve your health. And so the way people can get rid of chronic diseases is by truly just changing what you start somewhere by eating better, exercising, and getting rid of all of the stress. And so the monthly CHIP program on Monday at 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. is all about sleeping for better health. And we have one of our physicians is going to be there, Dr. Atwell, will be there talking about sleep.
Food is provided too, isn't it?
Oh, I think they do some.
They have some food. They have
food,
some. You can bring your kids. It's kid friendly. They have activities and things going on in the corner.
You're absolutely correct. Thanks for reading this because we are we do think sleep is very important.
And that sleep lab is pretty new, isn't it?
It is new.
Yeah.
I think I'll go test it out.
You're gonna go test it out? Okay.
Cop a couple links.
So real quick, I have a few announcements. The sponsors today were Rosenberg's and Tillamook Regional Medical Center. No, Adventist Health Tillamook. It's going to take a while. Monday, the Tillamook Fair Board will be here. Saturday, South Prairie Liberty Carnival from 4 to 7 at the fairgrounds. If you're interested in volunteering, call Karen at 842-8401. They will again have cotton candy, bouncy houses, lots of food, carnival games, bingo with great prizes. Everyone's favorite, the cakewalk. You can't miss it. So hit the fairgrounds from 4 to 7 on Saturday for this fun carnival. Oh, and professional face painters will be, and they'll have a drawing for raffle prize winners. It is used for field trip supplies, teachers' needs, and much more as far as the proceeds go. Then the Sheriff's Office is conducting free boat safety inspections Sunday from 10 to 2 at the fairgrounds. Bring your boat and any questions you have. Safety inspection stickers will be handed out to all boats that pass the inspection. Saturday and Sunday, the Tillamook County School District Padres Unidos parenting group is holding a Mexican ballet workshop with Juan Loaza, who is teaching traditional Mexican dancing. Wow, that sounds amazing. From 10 to 1, ages 8 to 12 years old at Liberty Gym, and also 2 to 5 for 13 to adults. So that's at the Liberty Gym as well. So that'll be really fun. Pints for Pups Sunday at the Pelican Tap Room from 12 to 4. The animal shelter will have adopted dogs. Bring 2 donation items for the animal shelter and get a free beer token. Raffles Dogs Costume Contest. Oh my gosh, how fun does that sound?
I'm bringing my dogs.
Oh,
my husband and I are going. We're going to bring our dogs.
Oh, that's so fun. And then finally, one last thing. This weekend is Reach the Beach. So if you're out driving around in South County or, Reach the Beach is the bike cycling event, just keep in mind there's a lot of windy roads and not good shoulders. And so be safe out there.
Paramedics don't want to work.
Right. Yeah. Let's keep it safe.
If needed, we got you covered.
Yeah.
Yep, 78 miles of coastline.
Yeah, there you go.
We're there. We got you covered. We'll be there in a few minutes.
Well, thank you, Nick Watts, our community paramedic, for all the wonderful work you do. And welcome, Cherie, to your new role. We're really excited. And with that, I'll just say have a great weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.